Welcome in, everyone. The NBA Cup has reached the knockout stage. Tonight, it's a quarterfinal in the East. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics.
And that game against Brooklyn, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Josh Hart out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And for the Raptors, the guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. And this game starts the elimination round for the NBA Cup tournament. Both teams won their respective groups, but only one can advance.
Yeah, this tourney can kind of sneak up on you. Suddenly, the intensity is much higher, and so are the stakes.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Brunson, no good. A 3 from Barnes. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
Yeah, so many young forwards in this league can really shoot the 3, and Barnes is no exception.
Brunson the pass to Towns. From the arc. They get it back. Hart, that's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now, here's Quickly. 11-point game his last outing. Here's Pirtle. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, his teammates and coaches love that right there. Second chance opportunities by Pirtle.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Here's Brunson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
You knew they were going to be aggressive, and now you see them executing that.
And it's Quickly missing. For New York, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Bridges, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to Boston. Here's Barrett driving in. Lays it up off the glass.
And the thing I love about Barrett in watching him, he plays with toughness and determination.
Brunson outside. Crops in the layup for 2.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Now here's Ingram. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. That one misses.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
And it's Towns missing. Raptors leading by 3. And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
Keeps it alive, and Pirtle able to finish.
And that's what he's known for. Great activity on the glass. He will outwork you.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Here's Ingram. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Right side Towns. Fires the 3. Not going to fall. Starting off slow. He misses his first 3 from the floor. Outside Barrett. Back to Barnes. Pirtle sets the pick for Barrett. Barnes outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside, Towns with the steal. To the paint. Out to Brunson. Some nice passing by New York here. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. The game now all-time.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable, taking and making his share of threes.
Quickly the pass to Purtle. Now Barrett, the tray. Offensive rebound. Anunoby against Ingram. Here's the floater. A shot off that time. Good D by Anunoby.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
To the middle. Hart outside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Barnes kicks to Ingram. Hurdle, the pass to Barnes. And here's Quickly for three. Sinks the triple.
Lot of confidence that time by Quickly, showing you he can play off the ball as well.
Towns a screen on Quickly. Here's Brunson. Rebound by the Raptors. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
Here's Anunoby. The Raptors getting the bucket. Back to Brunson from outside the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Brunson's got 9 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Anunoby. It's rebounded by Towns.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Now, here's Hart. Coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. And it's Brunson missing. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
Yeah, these games come down to making big plays in big spots, and they just didn't make enough of those.
Here's Brunson after R.J. Barrett's bucket. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Some changes for Toronto. Elbows checked in, and Grady Dick subbed in for Barnes. The Knicks also changing it up. Robinson comes in for OG Anunoby, and it's Clarkson in for Bridges. Now here's Brunson. He had a big outing in that Magic game as well. Pass to Towns. And the three ball is good.
It really is something else to watch a guy like Towns shoot from that far out.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
We're a good ways into the season at this point, Tim, and most of the quality teams now have found their flow, don't you think?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, lineups for the most part are set. Rotations have found their way for coaching staffs. You know exactly how you're going to try to play every night. The teams that are struggling to this point probably have some bigger issues behind the scenes.
But you can have the same names on the jersey, but every season, am I right, is different.
Every locker room is different, every supporting cast. And even the vibe of every season has a different feel to it.
And the Raptors with the ball after Jordan Clarkson hitting the three. And again, Toronto no luck. Brunson surveying the D. Pass to Towns. Towns sets the pick for Hart. And again, it's New York.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. A different look for New York. Mikal Bridges comes in for Josh Hart. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Walter. He's covered by Clarkson. They need this. Robinson pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 7. McBride with the ball. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Some nice passing by New York here. And that one good from Clarkson.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Abaji. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston. Here's Dick. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Knicks shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. Pass to Towns. Now McBride. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. Here's Walter. No scoring in this one. 1:02 left here in the first quarter. New York leading by 10. Clarkson on the wing. To the inside. Towns, the pass to McBride. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Pass to Mobo. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Here's New York. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
Well, that gave them a huge edge in the game because free throw shooting often determines the outcome.
Now Dick launches it from deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there today.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute it.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Sharing the perimeter spots, it's Clarkson and Bridges. Gershon Yabusele is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's McBride in at the point guard position. Here's Shed after Jordan Clarkson's bucket. Barnes outside. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bridges shot good. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And a player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you so much. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you, Kevin.
All for one. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Now, here's Clarkson. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Nice job by Clarkson moving the ball there. His coaches would like to see a little more of that.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Dick against Bridges. Here's Walter. Some solid defense from Clarkson. And so Clarkson will bring it up for New York. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Let's take a moment to see which squads have been the most dominant on the glass this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Knicks fourth.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. Down low, here's Mobo. Robinson with the block. McBride with the ball. Pass to Anunoby. Robinson left side. Now McBride. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. McBride's got 6.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
It's Dick on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Let's take a look at the numbers for Karl Anthony Towns.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Ingram, he's checked in for the Raptors. Towns, he's checked in for New York. New York with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Some nice passing by New York here. Bridges misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Barnes. An easy 2 points on the layup. 7 points in the game.
Wow, Barnes just slicing through the defense. That display of ball handling was impressive.
Pass to Towns. Three-pointer. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Dick to the middle. Here's Mobo. Robinson pulls it in. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 14-4 run right now. On the wing, Anunoby. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Mobo gets the basket.
Well, check out that feed. Ingram surveying the scene and looking to create the best shot possible. He's put up great assist numbers over the years.
Now, here's Bridges. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Ingram outside. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bridges passes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
Ingram against Anunoby. Ingram left side. That shot misses. Good D by Anunoby.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Pass to Towns. Bridges outside. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. Bridges has got 5 points now this quarter.
A capable shooter from all three levels, and Bridges with the smooth release.
Here's Shed. Fires the three. And again, Toronto no luck.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Toronto calls timeout. Jordan Clarkson is checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Miles McBride. Faster quickly. Back to Barrett. To stop the run. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Tim, we see a lot of talented wings in this NBA. Where does R.J. Barrett separate himself?
Well, he's very difficult when he puts it on the deck, Kevin. He's got some moves, and he's got an array of finishes, both the layup package or he can pound it on your head.
And that one falls for Barrett. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. And Toronto has possession following the score by New York. Ingram wide open, and again, no good by Toronto.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Man, look at Ingram that time, using full extent of that length to get a hand on it.
Now here's Ingram. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Boston. Count it. Pirtle's got 6 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Barrett against Clarkson. To the paint. Yabusele in the post. Left block shot on the way. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Barrett against Clarkson. And Barrett gets it to go. He's got 8.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Clarkson outside. Back to Brunson. New York, no good that time either.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Ingram finds Pirtle. Now, here's Barrett. From the line, it's rebounded by Anunoby. Towns, a screen on Barrett, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Josh Hart comes in for Gershon Yabusele. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Clarkson. And the Raptors call time here.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Jalen Brunson. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Now here's Ingram. Here's Abaji. And the shot goes down. Abaji's got his first bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Towns against Pirtle. To end the cold streak, Towns, no luck. Ingram outside. Pass to Abaji, and here's Barrett. There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. He gets that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Second team foul.
One shot.
At the line for your Raptors, R.J. Barrett. One shot.
And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
So well deserved. And look, prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A 3-level elite scorer.
Nailed from three-point land.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
Pass to Barrett. And Bridges with the block. It's Hart on the wing. And he converts the layup. Hart's got his third basket of the night right there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Now, here's Barrett. 11 points in the game. Ingram outside. For three. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, if you're struggling like this, unless you have a wide open look, make that next pass.
Hart, no good.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Toronto working the ball around now. Birtle sets the pick for Barrett. A three-pointer is right on target. Barrett's got 14 points.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
Now here's Brunson. In the corner, it's Bridges. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the New York Knicks holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Checking out Toronto, they've underperformed thus far, but they're still tremendous. Now comes the hard part. They've got to tinker with the team until they find that championship recipe.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Toronto Raptors.
They have to be better offensively, shooting under 40%. You know how to fix that, fellas? Feed the bigs.
Stop the presses. Shaq advocating for more post play. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
The Knicks leading by 22. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. The guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. And it's Pirtle in at the center filling out the middle. That's the groove starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Now here's Brunson. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Brunson with a clean look. Good on the triple. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
It's Barrett on the wing, defended by Bridges. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. So, Tim, when you look at what wins in this NBA, many say the heyday of the super team has come and gone. Why is that?
Well, I believe the new collective bargaining agreement has made it awfully difficult for teams to pay 3 stars and also fill out their roster with complementary role players.
So what's the answer? How do teams build?
I think the answer Oklahoma City has captured. You have to have great chemistry, certainly a star at the top, and then guys that understand the pecking order of that team. I think that's how you get it done and build around defense.
Great example. And he's good on the second.
And, you know, people around the league think that Brandon Ingram actually has an even higher ceiling than we've seen. And with a few improvements to his game, he could get even better. I hope we get to see that.
And he can't make it. 3 for 3. The Knicks shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Inside, Towns. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's quickly after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Pass to Barrett. Barnes the screen. Barrett against Bridges. Count it, good. Barrett's got 16.
Well, he has just completely taken over this game. R.J. Barrett putting up numbers.
Here's Brunson. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Toronto calls timeout. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at New York. They're in 2nd, looking to take over the 1st spot. And, of course, Toronto, 2 games back.
Well, I think for New York, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
Well, they were in everyone's crosshairs, and they've actually outperformed some of those predictions. That is not easy to do with a target on your back.
Now, here's Barrett. 16 points for him. To the inside. Here's Pirtle. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. 8 points for Jakob Pirtle.
Well, the defense was ready for him, but Pirtle went right through it to finish.
And Tim, an old school big man, Jakob Pirtle, still more than valuable in today's game.
Well, there certainly remains a place in this league for centers who defend the rim, rebound, and set screens. He might not be flashy, but he's a winning player.
Now here's Towns. He's got 12. Brunson outside. Over quickly. And it's Brunson missing. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. Barnes screen on Brunson. Pass to Pirtle. Ingram outside. Offline with his 3.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
It's Hart on the wing. Towns sets the pick for Hart. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Hurdle's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Quickly. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one goes on Anunoby.
Really smart work that time by Quickly. He knows how to draw that whistle.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
And the first one drops. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
Back to Ingram. Barrett against Bridges. Barrett dishes to Barnes. Puts up a 3, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Anunoby against Ingram. Barnes outside. Pass to Barrett. And here's Quickly for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Hart's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bridges with it. Picked up by Barrett. Hart outside. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. From long range or short, small forwards on this list have been on target for the past 10 games, leading their position in field goal percentage. Mikal Bridges is second.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
Not a lot of wasted motions here. These guys, for the most part, get their points within the flow of the game.
Now, here's Anunoby after R.J. Barrett's miss. Brunson up top, quickly covering. Bridges outside. 4 on the shot clock. That one doesn't go.
It's just not his night from the 3. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
That one goes in.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Here's Brunson trying to end the drought, and he sinks the layup. Brunson's got 24.
Strong move. Brunson just bruising his way inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Drills the three-pointer.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Brunson against Quickly. Anunoby kicks to Hart. Bridges outside. Hart with a screen on Barrett. For 3, Bridges. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
To the paint, here's Brunson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Well, when you watch Jalen Brunson, he's such a difficult matchup. Lefty, quick, and a bit on the smaller size, but he's got great leverage, and he gives opposing defenses fits.
And the first one at the line is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Mobo's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Clarkson, he's checked in for Anunoby. And both free throws good for Brunson. Toronto shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Now, here's Barrett. 16 points for him. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Here's Mobo. Here's Ingram. And nothing is falling for him right now.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Towns, a screen on Ingram. Here's Brunson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Brunson, a very physical player, someone that understands how to bait defenders into fouling.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good, so both teams making some changes here. And both free throws good for Brunson. They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Now here's Ingram. Pass to Mobo. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Mobo's got his second basket of the night.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
Brunson outside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Ingram. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. McBride on the wing. Drills it from outside. McBride's got his third basket of the night.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Here's Mobo, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Now, here is Robinson. Clarkson for 3. Mobo with the rebound. And for the Raptors, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Pass to Dick. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Knicks. Swiped it away. Inside. Dick, that's good. Dick's got his first 2 points of the night.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
Pass to Clarkson. McBride on the wing. 6 to shoot. Robinson down low. Here's Clarkson. Here's McBride. He's got 9. There's a screen by Robinson. And Robinson throws it down hard.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Here's Shed. Scoreless thus far. Here's Ingram. Here's Shed. Lets it go from 14. Second chance shot, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson. The Raptors have been coming through at the charity strip. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
The Raptors making a switch here. Abaji's checked in. And so he hits both. New York's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Clarkson. And he overshot that one, missing. Toronto shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now, Dick. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Clock at 2. And the Raptors miss again. Jalen Brunson has been on display for the Knicks. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll return shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. They've got Robinson. Clarkson is out there with Miles McBride. Then there's Gershon Yabusele. And it's Owoma in at small forward. Now McBride. Following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. New York needs to get off a shot. Owoma, no good. Toronto shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Shed, that's good. Shed's got his first points of the night.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
McBride passes to Robinson. Here's Owoma. Dick defending. Fast break Toronto. Nobody near Barnes. From outside off the mark.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Walter misses the 3. And for the Knicks, they're shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Pass to McBride. Robinson a screen on Dick. Back to McBride. There's a screen by Robinson. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Walter. And again, no good by Toronto. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Now, Yabusele. Clarkson outside. Back to McBride. Off target with his 3.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Raptors. Now, here's Clarkson. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. No good on that one. Ingram, left side. Pass to Barnes. It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
McBride with the ball, and he comes up with the deuce.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And here's Barnes for 3. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Robinson, a screen on Dick to the middle. And then Robinson slams it in. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 16 rebounds.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Walter. Down low. Here's Dick. And the jumper from down low is good.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Clarkson looking for an opening. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And savvy inside play by Clarkson, getting himself a look right at the basket.
Barnes against Yabusele. Ingram outside. Looking to end his cold spell, and he lays it up and in.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Yabusele up top. Clarkson outside. Over Dick. Walter pulls it in. The Raptors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. New York's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Dadier. Can't hit from in close. Toronto's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Now, once he takes flight, Barnes can really make some adjustments in the air.
Here's Dadier. The Raptors getting the bucket. It's tipped. Yabusele against Ingram. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got his 4th assist in this one. New York leading by 22. McBride passes to Yabusele. Right side Robinson. Shoots over Ingram, and the Knicks miss again. In Toronto, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Dick, that's good.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope. When just a little while ago, it looked like hope was lost.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Now, here's quickly. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Trying to get something going. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
One shot at the line for 1.
And that one misses.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier. Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And here's Brunson. After R.J. Barrett hitting the 3. Hart with the screen for Brunson. On the wing, Anunoby. Shoots over Ingram. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Anunoby's got his first basket of the night. Ingram outside. Back to quickly. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got his 6th assist on the night.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now here's Brunson. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Brunson's got 33.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
Hurdle finds Barrett. Bridges with some nice defense.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Anunoby against Barnes. And the shot will not go from Anunoby.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Now Barrett. Clock at 6. Here's Pirtle. Finishes inside on the nice dish.
Yeah, Pirtle has a beautiful touch around that rim.
The Knicks leading by 16. Now Towns. Now Brunson. Strong move off the glass.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball. Well, he is showing you that rebounding isn't all about size. You need will and effort.
Hart outside. Outside, Anunoby. Now Brunson.
And what's especially hard about defending Brunson, he just plays with so much energy.
At the line for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
New York leading by 17. Brunson, right side. Now Hart. Outside, Anunoby. And get the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Knicks.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jalen Brunson.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together, playing his game and contributing in a big way.
And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And Don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They lead by 14. Count it!
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jacks up a three. That shot, no good. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. And they move on to the NBA Cup semifinals. These guys are firing on all cylinders.
And really doing their best to represent the Eastern Conference. This is a proud organization, and they have played with great pride.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.